Hello everyone, it's Nadie, and today we're going over this month's best and worst boutete. As you beautiful people know, this is about the products and not the people behind them. Any tiff you may have with them, please cast it away because this is a channel of positive energy, okay? Thank you. Oh, my little saucy meatballs, how you doing today? I hope wherever you're at in the world, you're having a spectacular day so far. I'm doing good. I do feel a little bit sleepy, and I'm just noticing my blinds are open. Hold on. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Anyways, I can't believe it. We're back to another end of a month. Like, what the hell, man? Not even gonna act like I'm mad, though, because we are slowly creeping into summer, and that is my favorite time. Actually, literally anything but winter is my favorite time. But this is also one of my favorite videos to film for the month, and this is probably gonna be a little bit quick and dirty, just the way we like it. I do have items in all three of my categories, which there's the yes category, the meh category, and the hell no category. And these are all basically just items that I've reviewed over this past month, but I've had a little bit more time to work with them, and I can kind of say yes, they really are worth it, or no, they aren't. So let's just go and dive our tickled little titties right into the water and start with the yes section. And within each category, there really isn't any order to it. I just threw random shit in there. And so we're gonna start off with the Hipdot Peeps palette. I loved this so damn much. I do love Hipdot. They are kind of hit or miss with their products, but this was totally a hit for me. I know it's not like the most universal thing ever. You can't get a ton of looks out of this, but I love this more as like a supplemental palette because all of the colors in here really are good. Like the blue is great, the pinks are beautiful, the yellow is poppin' AF. They're buttery, they're creamy, they blend out really nicely, and it's not like you can't get complete looks with this palette. You just are kind of limited, but even with the limited color selection, bitch, I love this. Like I will hippity hop my ass over to my makeup collection to use this any old day of the week. And I guess I just noticed, but these are kind of in like two separate looks here. This is like a complete look and this side is a complete look. Kind of, I guess, maybe. You know, maybe that's just bullshit. Okay, that is bullshit. Whatever though, it is a good little palette, especially when you combine it with other ones. Next up, we have a sister product of probably one of the most famous concealers that I personally cannot stand. It's not that it's terrible, it just dries the living fuck out of my skin. I can't do it. But I can do its ultra creamy counterpart. That is the Tarte Ultra Creamy Shippy Tippy. I have really been enjoying this stuff so damn much. However, you do have to be kind of careful with it. It almost instantly seeps and creeps into all your little nooks and crannies, mine being my fine lines under my eyes, and so you totally have to set it. Otherwise, this probably will not set. You could just wipe underneath or wherever you set it, and it will be on your finger. Just press a little powder into that beast, and you will be totally set. Literally. But whether or not this is all that you wear for like a no makeup look, or you apply it over or under foundation, it just looks great if you have drier skin. If your skin is more on the oilier side, I probably would stick to the OG one, or maybe even mix them. But for dry skin people like myself who can't use the OG Shippy Tippy, aka Shitty Tippy, this is a great alternative. No, it's not gonna work for everyone, but I do enjoy it. You know what my ass also enjoys? Chocolate and peanut butter, and since I don't really eat much of it anymore, I'll smear it all over my face in the form of makeup. This is the second to last product in my yes category, and they are the Reese's Hipdot collection. I know I have the little lippies somewhere, but I don't know where the fuck they went. They probably dissolved and melted. Oh wait, I found them. Let me open these because when I was reviewing them, they broke at the base because it's so warm in here. It's probably right now maybe 80, 85-ish. It's hot in here. And these do look very, very wet and shiny. So even though I love the looks of these, the formula probably really isn't something that I would recommend if you live in a warm climate. I mean, they look attractive, but look at the side of that. It is literally melting down like the fucking house of wax. Oh, but you know, now that it's melting, I actually do kind of smell the chocolate. Nope, no I don't. I did for like a half a second, but it went away. Anyways, I'm not gonna put these in the yes category. They're maybe like in the mess section. I'm still gonna totally use them until they're gone, but just because they're kind of really fucking inconsistent, I can't recommend them. But I do recommend these. These belong in my yes category. I will say that all of the shadows aren't perfect. I had issues with one shadow out of the both of these, which I don't really mind because these are kind of inexpensive-ish, but I think the rest of the shadows really made up for that one shadow that lacked, and I really do actually love the glitters in here, which who the fuck am I becoming? It's probably the chemical smell of peanut butter that's getting to my head. But no, these actually do smell okay. Like I had to get the plastic smell out for a second, but now they smell peanutty-ish. Still not sure if they're supposed to smell like that or if I'm just smelling the glue. But smelliness aside, the quality is so good when you buy these as a pair. I don't really recommend them singularly, but when you get them together, I know they're just basic ass brown, but they go so well with each other. The oranges complement each other well. The yellow pops with absolutely any one of these shadows. The glitter sticks by themselves. They're just really good, really cute. I love the packaging. I didn't really show it in that much detail detail in my review, and I don't even think it'll pick up on camera, but it has a really cool texture to it. It just feels nice. I think these palettes were $16 a piece, so that's a $32 set right here. And a big part of me says, oh, I could just get this for half the price from ColourPop, but the quality of these shadows is just a little bit better, and it kind of makes it worth it. If these don't interest you, I mean, don't like drop your groceries and run to the store and grab these. These are something that if you like Reese's, if you like these colors, grab them. But still, I really do like them. I'm not mad at the price. I'm happy with this purchase. And I'm also happy with this little guy here. I actually have not reviewed this, and I may have mentioned it before on my channel. I don't really know, but I don't often include hair products. This one, however, I fucking love. This is the Got To Be A, oh, they changed the name. This is now called Volumaniac. It used to be like Powder Play or Powderful. I don't know, but this is so fucking cheap, and it's just a powder, but it will make your hair so voluminous. It's actually more of like a texturizing spray, so even if you have short hair like mine, or you have longer hair and you just don't want to tease it, you put this shit at the roots of your hair, you go like that, and it will be like huge. I don't know how they do it. I know Big Sexy Hair has another version that's like 4 times the price. This is literally the exact same thing. It is great. It does add all of this nice little texture to my hair. I love this so much, and it's like $5. I mean, you cannot beat the price, honey. It is very, very good. And now we are moving on to our meh category, which I actually sent this next product back. That is the Fenty Skin Tint. I feel like people think that I don't like Fenty, but I am a huge fucking Rihanna fan. Like, oh my god. And I actually do really like Fenty, and I did want to love this. However, my skin was just a little bit too dry, and that's really a reoccurring issue that I'm having with Fenty. No matter how much I moisturize and exfoliate, no matter how many peels I do, it always looks really rough on my skin. And I am not a Fenty hater, I promise, but I thought, wow, I must be kind of fucking crazy. So I did end up looking at the lowest reviews for this product, and a lot of people seem to be having those issues that I had. So I might still be crazy, but I'm not like that crazy. But I also know that the skin tint works fabulously with a lot of people. So if you have more moisturized skin, totally run and grab it. It offers beautiful, very, very light coverage. Not anything different than what you could get for like a quarter of the price at the drugstore, but also it might work perfect for you, so you never know. For me though, it clung to every little dry patch that I didn't even know that I had. It sunk into my lines. I've tried it so many different ways, with a primer, without a primer, with moisturizer, and I just couldn't get it to work. And honestly, I don't want to have to like fight to use a product. Again, if it works good for you, I totally love that for you, but it just didn't work great for me, and I'm not going to put it in the hell no category because it does work good for a lot of people. I do, however, really love the packaging that it came in. I wish more brands would implement it. It was kind of like a squeezy thing, very reminiscent of the Dior Backstage, with just a different shape, but I love the fact that you can squeeze it and like shake it out so that you won't waste any. Props for packaging. I love minimalistic makeup, but that just wasn't the product for me. Nor was the Trixie Cosmetics Back to the Fuchsia palette, which this is actually hard to say because I do love this brand. I've actually got one of their products that I'm going to be reviewing coming up, but this did not look anything like how it looked online. I was shocked. Like online, everything looked brighter. These did not look purple at all. They looked kind of bright pink, which I was so fucking here for. And it's not that I'm not here for these, they just don't look that good on my skin, and this highlighter is a total what the fuck moment. I did get comments saying that on deeper skin these look great, which yay for that, I love that, but for me, I probably won't use this more than just like an eyeshadow palette, and it's not really worth it. But I do love hearing that these work for deeper skin tones. I could imagine that they'd be beautiful. I love unique blushes, I love unique highlighters, but these just didn't do it for me. I was really hoping to get what I ordered online. This is like expecting a puppy and getting a possum, and honestly, the quality of those wasn't exactly up to par with their other products. Like normally they pump out some really good shit, but these were just okay. So too were the Lizzie McGuire ColourPop collaboration blushes. This is delish and you are magnifico. And with ColourPop, sometimes their blushes are like my favorite fucking things in the world, and then other times I just want to throw them in the trash, and this is definitely a trash day case. The colors were pretty, and even though they're super vibrant in the pan, they didn't really want to show up on my face. I'm sure I'll use them again sometime in my life, but I don't think these were worth the price. I don't even remember how much they were, but just the fact that I paid for them, I know that they're not worth it. What was worth it though was the actual palette itself. This should totally be in the yes category. However, I kind of wanted to group them together. So going back to the yes category, we have the Lizzie McGuire palette. I loved everything about this, from the theme, the nostalgia is real, to the packaging, to the actual colors themselves. Like this is a blast from the past. There's so many cool looks that you could create with this. You can totally mix these colors up. You can have like a monochromatic moment with this. The options here are kind of fucking endless, and I love that they made a row per look, and it's not like you have to stick to that row. Like I've combined pretty much all of these colors and created really cool looks with them. The blending really is magnifico. You get really cool glitters in here. The shimmers are divine. There's duochromes. I love this beautiful green like chartreuse color. I just don't have many complaints about this palette. Yes, it was a little bit pricey for ColourPop, but you're also paying for the Lizzie McGuire name, so I do understand the pricing looking, but even so, it's really good quality. I totally recommend it. Then back to reality, we are still in the matte category. Let's talk about our final product in here, and that is the Melt Mary Jane palette. If it hadn't been for them damn shimmers, this would have been my #1 product in the Yas category. Oh my god, the mattes are divine. However, this palette is, I believe, almost $60, and you only get, what, like 10 shadows in here, so every fucking shadow needs to be the bee's knees. And I really didn't think they were. Don't get me wrong, I'm a huge ass Melt fan, and even though they have had palettes that I've been like, this is not good, I still run back to them. I really like their aesthetic. I love most of their quality. I love the packaging. Like, look at that packaging. Isn't that so cool how it's like 3D? And I think that glitter inside actually moves. It does. It totally does. Plus, if you're into like 1 or 2 shadow looks, you can totally blend any of these mattes out just along the crease by itself and then add a little shimmer. You are all set for the day. This is a very user-friendly and easy palette. Plus, my stoner ass loves the theme. But if you own more than 2 or 3 of any kind of palettes, you probably have all of these mattes. You don't have the quality because Melt quality is beyond when it comes to most of their mattes. And a lot of times their shimmers are right there with the mattes and quality, so freaking good, but sometimes in their palettes, they really aren't that great. A lot of their palettes that I have, just from sitting on their sides on their shelf, the shimmers have like oozed out of them and they're completely broken. And it's not like that with this palette, but a lot of the shimmers in this palette are really chunky. They don't want to stick to the eye. They're difficult to work with. A few of them aren't like that, but if you can get them not to fall out, it's Gucci. Oh, did I just say it's Gucci? Who the fuck says that? But again, paying so much for a palette, I want everything to work. And on to our last and final category, the hell no's. We're gonna start this little bitch off with the Patrick Ta contours. No, I do not own these anymore. There were 3 shades to choose from. Each of them were almost $40, and they just didn't look that good on me. They were good if you want a very, very subtle contour, but it was almost like the contours were really fucking red, and then the bronzer just added to that super sunburny look. And I think somebody commented on my review saying that Patrick Ta uses contour undertones to emulate being in the sun, and honey, that does not work for most people. It just makes them look like they put their head on a burner. Plus, none of the bronzers actually matched the contours. It was so fucking weird. Like, I would have used the medium contour with a deep bronzer, but instead with the medium bronzer in natural light, it just looked like somebody slapped my face a bunch of times. It looked great under studio lights, but I'm not a Kardashian. I don't have like a ring light following me everywhere. So maybe if you're like a professional and you can work them around a bit better, then they'd be great. But for me, like an average consumer, I did not like these. However, if the colors actually do match your skin tone, I could see somebody really, really liking these, but I can get something so much cheaper from Ulta that truthfully looks 10 times better. So I just said, fuck this shit, and I sent it back. Not paying $70 damn for 2 contours that make me look like I got face fucked by the Kool-Aid man, which sounds like a great time in theory, but honey, trust me, no. And speaking of people named Patrick, we have the One Size Powder Foundation, which I also returned. That shit was orange as fuck. Like, if we thought I looked like a carrot before, hell to the no, watch that. And it was kind of a weird orange. It's like it instantly oxidized. Like, the moment I put it on my finger, it was literally 4 or 5 shades deeper than what was actually in the pan. It was mind-boggling. I did think the finish looked absolutely beautiful on my skin. It was able to be built up to like medium-ish coverage. Don't know where the fuck they got off saying that it could be built up to full coverage. Maybe if you put it over an already full coverage liquid foundation. But I also got a lot of comments on my review saying that up close, it made me look really fucking old. But just to get medium coverage, I had to use so much product. And these weren't inexpensive, affordable products either. Like, that would not last you long at all. But the orange really, really killed me. I don't even know how you'd fix that. In fact, I watched other reviews and on everybody it turned orange. Even the people who were like, yeah, this is great. They literally looked like a cutout carrot stick. So I guess if you do have like orangey undertones, that would be great. Do people have orange undertones? Yeah, I don't know. But when the packaging is the best part to the product, you know that it's not a keeper, and that was definitely the case with this. I thought the packaging was cute, but everything else was just bye. And last and probably least, we have our final product, which I'm not super glad that I discovered. That is the Discovery Shadow Palette by Rare Beauté. No, actually, this isn't like a terrible product, but it was kind of expensive, and for what you get, it is not worth it. This is one of those brands that I've progressively fallen more and more in love with. The beginning, it was kind of a bumpy start. Now I am here for them. I'm a fan, except for this product. First of all, we have the birth control pill holder, and then we have the most basic colors that I've ever seen with like a $30 price tag. And this really doesn't look like how it looks online. I thought we were getting a really pretty purple. This is definitely like a dusty mauvish gray. Do you know what the biggest fucking shadow in here is? The one that probably most people won't use, the glitter. I do like the way that it looks. You get a really pretty multi-chrome. It shifts from red to orange to green to like yellow, but that one shadow is the most exciting thing in here. The quality is decent. It's very, very buildable. I mean, you can build up any shadow if you go in lightly, but with this, you just have to keep dipping dipping in and dipping in and dipping in just to get the shadow to show up. I have 20 different color pop palettes, so I would easily achieve any look that could be created with this. I did love their previous eyeshadow palettes that were, I think, all shimmers. And this time we finally get mattes, but honestly, I'd rather have all the shimmers again. And we have yet another case where, once again, the packaging does totally beat the actual product. Like, you could throw this in your bag if you're traveling, keep it on your purse for touch-ups, but I could also do that with the $12 ColourPop Take Me Home palette. It's great if you don't have any other makeup, but if you don't have any other makeup, get different makeup. It's pretty, but it's kind of like a throwaway product. Like how every brand has throwaway items, this is theirs. And on the C4H website, this palette does have really good reviews, 4 out of 5 stars, not bad at all. But then if you put this product into Fake Spot, it weeds all the shit out, and they let you know that a lot of these reviews were paid for, and that only 34.7% of those reviews are actually reliable, so be careful who you trust. And I finished filming hours ago, but I realized I forgot to film my outro, so here we go. Thank you so much for being here. I love having you. And if you'd like to support me and my channel a little bit more, please feel free to join us over on Patreon. It's patreon.com/poplux. There you get videos a day early, you get Patreon-only content, plus best part, it is cheap, fun, and fancy, just like me. And like always, please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell down below so that you're notified anytime I upload a new video. Don't forget my newest collection of highlighters, including Black Ice, which does change from black to white, is available at thepoplux.com. Also, my latest album, Kiss of Fame, is available everywhere online that music is sold. Thank you so much to everyone who's supporting them. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at officialnady, and you can follow me online at thepoplux.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you again soon. Bye!